Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered, strivescan.com/Virginia. Now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Washington and Lee University. Take it away.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for making time to be with us today. And if you'll bear with me for just a second, we're going to screen share. Again, thank you. My name is Grace Lawhead. I'm the Associate Director of Admission here at Washington and Lee. And I know that your time is really precious and that you have a lot of different options in your college search, and we're really honored to make sure that you're sharing time with us today. And so Washington and Lee University, we are located in Lexington, Virginia. So one of the things, if you've heard me present in other areas, we love where we are here because it's very accessible to all of our Virginians. And we're located in a really beautiful part of the state. We're right in the Shenandoah Valley, where the Allegheny and the Blue Ridge Mountains come together, where the James River and the Maury River come together as well. And we're in the city of Lexington. It certainly is not a budding metropolis like a Northern Virginia or Richmond or Roanoke, but it has a little bit of everything for our students. And we're located right in the heart of that. So a 5-minute walk off of our campus puts you right in downtown, where you can grab a cup of coffee, run into a little shop, in non-pandemic times, go catch a movie in our movie theater. So lots of different opportunities. But because of where we're located as well, if you go for a 10-minute walk in the other direction, it's going to put you in one of our wonderful trails and ability to hike and get out in nature as well. You're getting a lot of variation here in Lexington. We are also the 9th oldest institution in the United States. And so we've been having the great honor of delivering education for a long time. And we're very proud of that fact. And we're also incredibly proud of the ways that we've evolved and changed and continue to do so as we move forward and welcome new classes of students to Washington and Lee. We are a smaller institution. We have a little over 1,800 students on our campus, which you can see here on our slide. And we have an 8-to-1 student faculty ratio, which translates into an average class size of 15. So how I love talking about that is that if you really enjoy making meaningful connections with your teachers, with your community, being able to have your voice heard in the classroom, places like W&L are a great place for that because you're able to continue that in college. We also, I like to say that we're small but mighty. We have 73 different majors and minors that you can choose from, ranging everything from English to engineering and everything in between. So lots of different opportunities there. Some notable highlights: we do have a fully accredited School of Commerce and are one of the only small liberal arts institutions in the nation to be able to boast that. And you do not need to apply to the School of Commerce. Your application to W&L will allow you entrance into that program. We also have an incredibly robust STEM program with lots of instrumentation and research opportunities that you can start diving into starting your first year. We also have a fully accredited school, program of journalism, and it's the oldest journalism program in the nation as well. So something for everyone, and it's baked into this liberal arts and sciences curriculum, meaning you're going to have an opportunity to major in something, do a really deep dive, but we're also going to ask that you stretch yourself by taking courses that are outside of your wheelhouse and in a variety of areas, which is going to make you a better critical thinker and able to really make connections in different ways. We're also intentionally residential, meaning that we fully recognize that your education is going to span beyond the 4 walls of your classroom. And we want to make sure that you're taking advantage of having 49 different states and 50 different countries represented on our campus, and making sure that you're able to interact with your classmates in that way and learn from them. So you can live on campus and are asked to live on campus for your first 3 years. You can live off campus your senior year, but there is space available if you'd like to still live on campus. And In addition to our residence facilities, we also offer over 170 different clubs and activities that you can participate in. Doers are wanted here at WNL. And so I often qualify our students as being uber involved, meaning that they really and truly are getting involved in our clubs, activities, and making a meaningful impact on our campus and in the greater Rockbridge area as well. All of our dates and deadlines are located on our website, but just a quick snapshot for you. It's important to note that we are an early decision school, meaning that if you are opting into early decision 1 or 2, you are saying that if admitted, you are absolutely coming to WNL. It's a binding agreement here. And if there's only one date that leaps off the page for you here, it should be December 1st. If you are a senior and you would like to raise your hand for scholarship money, you need to make sure that your common application is in by December 1st. If you're a Questbridge scholar, we'll be able to forward you some more information about that. And one of the things that I'm most proud about WNL is that we promise to meet 100% of demonstrated need without the use of loans. All that means is that if your family needs $500, you're guaranteed $500. If your family needs $75,000 to make it work, you're guaranteed that money. We want to ensure that finances are not a barrier to your success here. It's also of note that this year we are test optional for both our application process and for our merit-based aid program. So thank you again for your time. I think I'm butting right up against my 6 minutes. If you have any questions or concerns, I have the great privilege and honor of working with all of our students here in the Commonwealth. So my email's right there. And thank you again for allowing me to be with you today.
Thank you. Just a reminder to send in any of your Q&A questions, and now we'll be hearing from Virginia Tech.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Taylor Brown. I am an admissions representative for Virginia Tech, and today I'll tell you a little bit more about our institution and about our application process. So let's go ahead and get started for the sake of time. Virginia Tech is located in Blacksburg, Virginia. We are right in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains, as you can see pictured on the slide. Tons of beautiful scenery, very scenic campus, a lot of opportunity for our students to enjoy outdoor study spaces, socialization spaces, and as you can imagine, tons of different outdoor adventure opportunities as well for our students. But that's not all that the region, the city of Blacksburg has to offer for our students. We are just a day's drive away within major cities that you already know and love. So in the event that you, want to get to those areas, that's very accessible for our students. We also have Main Street Blacksburg that is not pictured here in this aerial shot, but is right next to campus and has all of our local restaurants, coffee shops, and then things you know and love like Starbucks, Chipotle, all within walking distance for our students. So definitely gives you that quintessential college town feel. Ut prosum, our institutional motto, is a Latin phrase for that I may serve. Service is something that is near and dear to our hearts. It's executed in all of our campus ongoings, whether that's undergraduate research, through our student organizations, through our Corps of Cadets, you name it. It's a major part of our identity and really something that our students embody in their day-to-day interactions on campus. Hokie Nation, you'll hear this phrase a lot when working with Virginia Tech. We are the Hokies. Hokie Bird is our mascot. Hokie Nation is a group of individuals that are obviously striving to embody that spirit of Ut prosum, but they're students that come to us from all over the U.S. and all over the world. On campus, we have about 41 different states represented, and combined with our graduate population, about 91 different countries represented. There are Hokies on every continent, even Antarctica. So this is great news as you're starting to take those next steps after your 4 years at Virginia Tech as a young professional. And just to note, the organization of our institution here, you'll see we have 10 different colleges represented at Virginia Tech. Underneath these colleges, there are a variety of different majors for our students. There's over 100 different majors for students to choose from. And when you add in our minors as well, there's over 150 different areas of study. So it's very likely that there's going to be something that piques your academic interest when you're selecting your major to apply to. And our application process is a holistic review process. It's a two-part process. We're very interested in getting to know you as a student. We want to obviously pay attention to the academic piece, but also we're really interested in who you are as an individual. We want to get to know you better as a person and what draws you into Virginia Tech and Hokie Nation. And so just to note with the academic piece, there are a few things that set us apart in the academic evaluation. We are a self-reported academic record school. So with that, we're just asking you to complete your record with your academic courses you've taken in high school, the rigor of those courses, and your performance within those courses. We are also looking at your academic rigor throughout the span of your high school career. So we want to see that you're engaging in those AP classes, IB classes, dual enrollments, whatever the case may be, that your high school offers that level of rigor. We want to see that you're taking those challenges when they're presented to you. We are test optional for this academic cycle. Please know that we want you to stay as safe as possible in light of COVID-19. We certainly understand the implications that have been put on our students across the nation, and so therefore we are not requiring test scores. This will not be of consequence to you if you do not submit them with your application. You'll still be eligible for financial aid. In the event that you do choose to submit your test scores, they will be evaluated with your application. And then you'll see finally listed here, we do not accept letters of recommendation or resumes. They're just not a part of our evaluation process in our application. We feel that the personal evaluation and our holistic review does a great job of really assessing who you are as an individual. And so to touch on that personal piece, we do not have a college essay requirement. Instead, what we have are our UT-PROSM questions. They're 4 short answer questions that students can respond to. They're based off of these 4 qualities you see listed on the screen. So service, we want to hear about how you're serving your high school community, your larger community as well. Resilience, we want to hear about any sort of obstacles you've had to overcome in your life, maybe inside or outside of the classroom. Leadership, we want to hear about your extracurriculars and how you've taken ownership of those experiences outside of the classroom. And then long-term goals. We would love to hear about where you want your education from Virginia Tech to take you in your future. And so through this portion of our review process, we're able to get to know you better as an individual. We get to really see your personality shine through. And that's equally as important, as I mentioned earlier, as that academic piece as well. Now, we do have several applications for you to choose from when applying to Virginia Tech. I'll start with early decision. This is our binding application. So this is a great option for my students that have known they've wanted to be Hokie since they were very little. This is a good option for our students that absolutely know this is where they want to be. If you are accepted, you're saying, I will enroll at Virginia Tech. If that is not you, you're not 112% sure that you want to be at Virginia Tech, that's okay. Early action is another great option for our students as well. So feel free to choose that option if you are strongly considering Virginia Tech, but you don't necessarily want that binding piece. And then for our regular application, this is based off of space availability. So if you are considering, you know, maybe a couple different schools, you're not quite sure where Virginia Tech falls in your list, but you definitely want to apply. Sorry, I think my time's up. Please feel free to reach out to me in the event that you have any further questions.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Concord University.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in today. While I get ready to share our screen. Let's see here. Perfect. All right, so welcome to Concord University. Today, my coworker Alan Smith is here. He'll be monitoring the Q&A. So if you have any questions, he's a great asset to ask. Just a little bit more about our campus and our university. We are a public liberal arts university. We were founded in 1872. We have over 60 undergraduate majors, minors, and programs of studies with 4 graduate degree programs. We are located in Athens, West Virginia. So of course you all are in Virginia. I grew up in Pulaski, Virginia, so I did choose to go out of state to Concord, and it was one of the best decisions that I have ever made, if not the best. Concord Overs offer $21 million in financial aid, which helped me as an out-of-state student be able to make that jump over. And all of our classes are taught by professors, which is really awesome as well. Our admissions requirements, of course, to apply, you can visit concord.edu/apply. There you'll find our free application. It can be completed on your cell phone as well. So if that's something that you are interested in doing today, you can screenshot this screen and go to that link. We are offering test optional scholarships and admissions this year. Like Taylor said, we are making sure that you're staying safe, and we understand that some of those requirements are a little bit more difficult for you guys to achieve, so we wanted to help you all out with that. We do require a 2.0 GPA, an SAT of 950, and an ACT of 18 if you want to rank any higher than, if you have tested, those scores are what we look at for the next step up in our scholarships, but we do offer scholarships for those of you that have not been able to test yet. So a little bit about our programs and our faculty. Our top programs right now are education, biology, and business. We have over 110 full-time faculty. 73% of those hold the highest degree in their discipline. We have a smaller class size, so you're going to get that public price with a private feel. Our ratio is 15:1. So what that means is you're going to get a great connection with your faculty and your peers while getting an excellent education. One of the best parts about our academics is that you get to meet with an academic advisor that is within your program. So not only are they going to know the content and the course load that you're going to be receiving as a student, but they'll also know how you study, how you work as a student, which is a really great asset. Performing arts is something that we take a lot of pride in here at Concord. Even if you are not a major in performing arts or in the arts department, you're welcome to participate in these listed above, things like choir, band, dance. Those are all fun things that you're able to do here, not only on top of your course load, but as a minor or even as a double major here at Concord. Student activities and our community service. So we are big on community service and getting active here on campus. That's one of the best parts about our atmosphere here at Concord. Tons of opportunities for you to get involved. And if there's not something already started here for you at Concord, you have the ability to start your own program, to start your own type of club or organization if you find something that you're passionate about. One of the biggest parts of this slide is the Bonner Scholarship Program. We are the only public institution in the nation that offers the Bonner Scholar Program. So what that is it's a service organization that allows you to complete a certain amount of hours each week or each semester, and we're able to provide some scholarship and some stipend money for you guys for that. But it's a great resume builder and a great program overall as well. Outdoor recreation. So we are located in the beautiful, beautiful town of Athens. So there are tons of opportunities for you to get involved. I know that from Virginia, some of you may be familiar with the Cascades, Appalachian Trail, the New River Trails, as well as Pandapis Pond. So we are close to those, but we're also close to Winter Place Snowshoe and Silver Creek. So if you like to go skiing and snowboarding, that's definitely a big opportunity for you as well. We even offer some classes here that can get you some college credit for doing those activities too. Athletics. We are a Division II athletic school, so we have tons of opportunities for men and women, as well as our collegiate esports team. We're actually doing a scholarship competition for that, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure to check out our Instagram or our Facebook, and you can get some more information on how to get involved with that. Residence life, we have approximately 700 students that reside on campus. We have a total of 6 residence halls. We do have a ton of different opportunities for you to either live with an organization on your floor, or if you are in our honors program, or if you're a substance-free student, that's definitely an opportunity for you. We want to make sure that we cater to that and get you successfully and to make sure that you have fun while you're here on the Concord campus as well. Dining here, if anybody else likes to eat, this is one of the best parts too about campus. We do have our cafeteria, which is a buffet style cafeteria. We have a Starbucks, a Subway, and a Wingspan. You'll get 3 different options as a student here on campus, and that meal plan price will come with your tuition, room, and board. So it is not an additional fee, it comes grouped into that. Public safety, we are on the outskirts of Mercer County, so we do have a very safe campus. Our Mark Stella is pictured here. They are all West Virginia certified police officers, so they're not like your Paul Blart Mall cop. They are all certified through the state, and they try to keep this campus as safe as possible. Scholarships, this is a good screenshot for you guys as well. That's something that we take very much pride in, as you saw with our $21 million. And then, of course, 2 screens for you to screenshot as well. Our social media here, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok. And then here's our contact as well. Feel free to screenshot this. And if you have any further questions, let us know. And thanks for joining today.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Piedmont College, and don't forget to send in your Q&A questions.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karis Fowler. I am from Piedmont College. We are actually located in Northeast Georgia. So we are, I heard somebody mention the Appalachian Trail. We are less than an hour from the south end of the AT here in the Northeast Georgia mountains. So we have been around for quite a while. We were founded in 1897. So we are getting ready to celebrate our 125th birthday here at Piedmont. Piedmont is made up of 4 different schools. The R.H. Daniel School of Nursing and Health Sciences. We are one of the top 3 nursing programs in the state of Georgia. We have our Walker School of Business, multiple business degrees, including global logistics and supply chain management, which has become very important as of late. Our School of Education, we are one of the top providers of teachers in the state of Georgia as well alone, but we have people teaching all over the country with their Piedmont degrees. Our School of Arts and Sciences houses everything from our fine arts program to our engineering program, physics, applied mathematics, and things similar to that, as well as our humanities and social science programs. We have 49 plus clubs and organizations here at Piedmont, including Greek Life. We do have 21 different NCAA Division III athletic teams. Our classes are small, 11 students to every faculty member on campus, and our average class size is between 12 and 13. With 1,200 students here in our undergraduate program, your professors know you and they know what kind of student you are. So our big news coming up is we are becoming Piedmont University next year, right ahead of our 125th birthday. Our schools that I mentioned before are going to become colleges. We are about to open our School of Education's new building, Sewell Center for Teacher Education. After that, we're breaking ground on a new freshman residence hall, looking at a library renovation coming after the freshman residence hall is done, as well as a new athletic complex that we've already purchased the land for. So there's a lot happening at Piedmont. As our president likes to say, there's always construction dirt in the air around here. So residence life, a majority of our students do live on campus. We have 10 different residence halls. Freshmen do have a roommate here at Piedmont. We helps with homesick, helps with isolation. It's something we really believe in here, is that immersion in your freshman year experience. So our residence halls are both suite style for freshmen, and upperclassmen can choose that as well. And then for upperclassmen, we also have apartment style housing that they can choose. We have resident assistants on every hall, and different clubs and residence halls have events on campus. There's more events on campus than days in the school year. You'll never know what you'll see happening around here. Every room does come with the standard residence hall furniture, as well as a full-size refrigerator and a microwave. That's a neat thing. The trips off campus, I mentioned we're less than an hour from the southern end of the AT. So there is whitewater rafting, hiking, backpacking, spelunking. We take students, we have a movie theater here. We'll rent it out for students regularly, well, pre-COVID. The Georgia Aquarium, we're an hour from downtown Atlanta as well. So you are kind of right in between. So within an hour drive, you can be on the AT, or you can be in downtown Atlanta. And Atlanta is obviously a bustling, large city with thousands of things to do. So there are always athletic events, concerts, theater performances. We have 2 museums and 2 extra galleries on campus with visual art to see. There's just always something going on. You can see some pictures of some of our events right there. Our admissions requirement, our application is free. You can find that online, piedmont.edu/apply. We are test optional, but recommended this year. If you can take the test, we recommend you send those scores in, because it can raise your merit-based scholarship. We look for at least a 3.0 freshman GPA coming in. Last year's was a 3.45. You can see our test scores that we look for there, but if you have lower, please send those in. We will still consider it. It will not hurt your merit-based scholarship. So financial aid. So we are an out-of-state private institution. So while we're out of state, because of private, there is no out-of-state tuition. Everyone's going to pay the same, no matter if you live here 5 minutes from Piedmont's campus or if you are in Virginia. Our merit-based scholarships are going to be the largest source of financial aid for you. 100% of freshman students receive those merit-based scholarships. We do accept other federal and need-based aid as well as outside scholarships. There are no athletic scholarships because we are a Division III athletic institution, but there are scholarships for students in the fine arts and scholarships that you can receive when you hit junior, senior year in your department of study. 1,200 undergraduate students. Last year we gave away $12 million in institutional aid. I'll let you guys do the math on how much that was per student average. So we would love to see you come visit us on campus. We do personal campus visits Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. That is individual family style visits. You're going to get to meet with a professor in your area of interest, an admissions advisor, and financial aid. We do also offer a remote tour visit. You can find that on our website, and it'll be the same format, just virtual on the computer. Here is our contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Yes, definitely send in any Q&A questions you have. And now we'll be hearing from York College of Pennsylvania.
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, let me get this presentation going for you guys. Great, so hopefully you're still with us. Lots of information this morning, so thank you so much for staying tuned to hear all about all these lovely colleges. My name is Megan Cintron. I am one of the admission counselors at York College of Pennsylvania. So I'll just give you a little information about where exactly we're located in Pennsylvania. We are South Central, so we're only about 40 minutes south of Harrisburg, right between Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, not far from New York City, DC, and a few other great vivacious cities. So that's an awesome opportunity for students to find internships and land jobs after graduating from York because we're in such a great location. We do have about 4,000 students, so we're not too big yet not too small at the same time for a private institution. 4,000 students is a lot of people to pass on a daily basis in the campus community, but we have an average class size of only about 19. So we really maintain the personal classroom settings where students can really get to know their professors, get to know their peers in their classes, and kind of have a similar experience like that of your high school classes. It's very interactive, group work, project-based learning, lots of personal attention in the classroom. We do have over 60 different majors for our students to choose from. I would say our bread and butter, most popular that we see applications for are nursing, engineering, business, education, and criminal justice. If you are not interested in any of those, but still have an interest in York, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, we have over 60 different majors, and these are just the ones that I find to be the most popular. 182 full-time faculty. Being full-time just means that our professors teach every single class. We do not have any teaching assistants that stand in for the professors. You're guaranteed knowing that your whole education will be taught by the professionals themselves. The professors are also very active in our campus community, so you can be walking across campus and see a professor grabbing coffee with a few students or attending one of our various campus events. We're all about community here at York, from the people who work here to the students who attend. We are a residential school, so we guarantee housing all 4 years. That does not mean that you are in a dorm room all 4 years. We do have freshman student residence halls. We like to have everybody live together as they get acquainted to the campus community. And then as soon as their sophomore year, they get to move up in the world to, we have apartments, we have townhouses, suite style residence halls, and even some houses that the students can choose to live in. So you get that feeling of moving off campus as an upperclassman, but the comfort of knowing that it's all owned by the college. We do permit vehicles, so if you want to bring your car, you're absolutely allowed to freshman year and all the years that follow. You would just need to obtain a parking pass. We do have plenty of parking available for all of our students. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations to get involved in. We have Greek life, we have special interest clubs, we have student government, campus activities board, all sorts of fun things. We're really looking for the kind of student who would be involved and engaged in our campus community. We have a lot of different events for students to attend, from competitions on campus. We have a big spring concert each year. We have bus trips that the students can take to the various cities that I mentioned at the beginning. We are Division III varsity athletics, and we have 23 different programs. We're pretty serious about our athletics here at York, so if you are a student athlete looking to play Division III on a very rigorous athletic school, we might be the choice for you. When it comes to financing your education, of course, it is quite the investment, so we like to be transparent about our numbers and everything that's going on here. So you'll see the grand total of $33,590. That includes tuition, fees, housing, meal plan. I'm assuming none of you from Virginia would be commuting to Pennsylvania, so I have that all lumped in for you here. We do offer merit academic scholarships based on your GPA, the classes you're taking in high school, weighted GPA, honors courses, anything like that, up to $10,000, and it is renewed annually. We also have scholarships right on our own website, and we work with the FAFSA to help our students make their college experience as affordable as possible. When applying to York, you can access our application right on our website or through the Common App. We do not have a fee. We have early decision, which is binding. That tells us your heart and soul are dedicated to York College. That does have a deadline of November 1st. Or regular decision, which does not have any deadline. You can apply anytime during your senior year. We do require an official high school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and a writing sample, or you can submit test scores and your official transcript without the recommendation and the writing sample. If you have any further questions about this, I'd be happy to chat with you. I am the admission counselor that works with students in your area, which also means that I review your applications. So I love to get to know the students that I'm working with. And if there's anything I can do in the future for you, my information is right here. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a final reminder to send in those Q&A questions. And lastly, we'll be hearing from Johnson & Wales University.
Hi, good morning. I apologize. I'm having an issue with my screen share. If you could just pause for one.
I took mine down. Is it better or?
Yes, that did work. Thank you so much. There must have been an issue there. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. Good morning. My name is Stacy Thomas. I am a regional representative with Johnson & Wales University, and along with my colleague Marisa Marcy, we cover Virginia. I just want to highlight some of the unique ways that Johnson & Wales helps a student build a successful life. I'll start with our first point, which is Johnson & Wales is located in 2 very distinct cities. We're located in Providence, Rhode Island, and Charlotte, North Carolina. And so when you apply to Johnson & Wales, your application is good for both campuses. And if your major is offered on both campuses, you can go back and forth between the 2 during your time with us. The hallmark of a Johnson & Wales education is really learning by doing, so experiential education, taking what we're learning outside of the classroom. And one of the ways that we do that is through our learning labs. So you're going to have a lab component to almost all of your classes. So whether you're majoring in criminal justice, you can see there's a criminal justice lab here, finance lab, an anatomy lab, or maybe in Charlotte we have even an urban garden where we're teaching sustainable food systems. So a very hands-on approach to education. Class sizes will be small at Johnson & Wales. You will not have a large lecture hall style class. And finally, I'll mention that our faculty are just complete experts in their field. So they come to us with experience in what they're teaching, which not only helps you in the classroom learn the material, but they can connect you back out to the industries to help you with contacts for internships and jobs. We allow students to take courses in their major their very first semester on campus, which is unique. So if you come to us for a culinary arts program, for example, or food science, you'll be taking classes in that major your very first term. We have over 70 different programs of study. You can see them listed here, covering things like engineering and design, business, hospitality, and some general liberal arts programs. And I will say, especially in Virginia, Johnson & Wales is really known for anything that has to do with food. So we've been a global leader in culinary education for a very long time. And so we are taking this a step further with our new College of Food Innovation and Technology, which is going to help analyze the impact that food has on all of us. So whether you're interested in culinary arts, baking and pastry arts, food science, culinary nutrition, or product innovation, this is going to be our new college for you. 97.7% of our students are going to have jobs or go on to grad school when they leave us, and this statistic is well above the national average. We don't get there by accident, though. The way we get there is by infusing experience into our curriculum from day one. So 71% of our students actually have job offers when they're done their internship. Beyond the classroom, we want you to get involved. We have professional student organizations, Greek life, athletics. This is another great way to network, build that resume to show future employers. We do offer athletics at Johnson & Wales. We compete at the D3 level on our Providence, Rhode Island campus and the USCAA in Charlotte. In terms of residential life, we ask our students to live on campus the first 2 years. We have suite style, hall style, and some apartment living available. We have pet-friendly dorms. You can bring your car your first year at Johnson & Wales. And finally, in terms of the academics or applying to Johnson & Wales, we have an application on our website. We are also on the Common App. The only required piece in this process is your high school transcript. If you want to send a personal statement, a recommendation letter, or test scores, you may, but we are truly test optional, and we will review you for scholarships without those SAT scores. Our early action deadline is November 1st, regular deadline March 1st. 94% of our students are getting financial aid and scholarships, and I will mention when we review your application for admission, we're also reviewing you for any merit-based awards that you're eligible for. So there is not a separate application for our scholarships. We are offering on-ground visits right now at Johnson & Wales at both campuses. We are limiting it to exterior buildings only due to COVID, but we also have great ways for you to visit online. Here's information if you want to stay in touch with us. We would love to keep you updated on our visits as we hopefully begin to take students into buildings and some of our other really cool interactive programs we're offering, like cook-alongs and culinary experience days for those of you that want to see that, what it would be like to be a student at Johnson & Wales. On behalf of my colleague, Marisa, who handles the Eastern Shore, Richmond, Lynchburg, and myself, I cover Northern Virginia, Shenandoah, down to Charlottesville and Roanoke. We hope that you'll take a look at us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So it looks like we have a little bit of extra time. So I'd just like to invite all of our reps to come back on and we can do a round of Q&A. If you have any Q&A questions, please submit them. I'll just ask all of our reps to go in the order they presented and share their favorite event that happens on campus. You can take about 30 seconds to respond.
So I think one of my favorite events that we do here at W&L is we host the most accurate collegiate mock convention in the nation. We aim to predict the out-of-party candidate once every 4 years. And when all is said and done, it's my favorite because about 98% of our student body is participating, whether that is in the hard-hitting research aspect of this program or whether it's the parade that goes on downtown where every state and territory is represented by our student body. It's a really fun event. And you can actually go back and look at this year's mock convention. We were able to provide video and whatnot all on our website. So it's a great little event.
My personal favorite event and a campus tradition at Virginia Tech is something that we simply call the big event. It takes place in the spring semester. It's one Saturday where everybody comes out onto the drill field and is arranged in different groups to go out into the local community of Blacksburg to complete different service projects for local businesses, organizations, families, just as a way for our students to say thank you to the citizens of Blacksburg for sharing their home with Hokie Nation.
At Concord, kind of an unofficial tradition we have is we have a big hill in the on campus, and it's that hill kind of leads into what we call the valley. And every winter when it snows, we all like to take sleds, trash bags, cafeteria trays, whatever you can find. Our cafeteria is trayless now, but when I was a student here, we did have trays. Not saying that was the vehicle I used, not saying that it wasn't, but we would find a way to get them out of the cafeteria and use that to ride down the hill. So that's definitely one of the fondest memories, and you'll still have that to look forward to. Some people even take a canoe down the hill. So.
At Piedmont, every year, our mascot is the Lions, and we have at the end of every semester the LOL auction, the League of Lions auction. Students get point up to point system for attending any event on campus, for going into the Student Success Center, taking tutoring sessions, for visiting our museum, our theater performances, our athletic events. And so they then auction off, like usually the big prize, flat screen TV, but they auction off parking spaces, the standard groceries. Those are always a big one. Toilet paper goes really quickly, surprisingly, but that is something we do. And it's just a tradition. There's always a theme. Last year was Hawaiian night. So there were a lot of grass skirts happening. It's just a whole production.
All right, at York, we host a big spring concert every year. So we've had people in the past like Mac Miller, Steve Aoki, 21 Savage. We had Imagine Dragons. We were supposed to have AJR this past spring, but of course we were unable to have a concert this past spring, unfortunately. But that's always so exciting, and all the students look forward to it all year, and they get to vote on who they want to be the performer. So it's very engaged with the student population, and then everyone like counts down to that day all year. So that's typically pretty fun. So we will see what happens with that this year.
So at Johnson & Wales, a lot of our students come to us with big dreams. They want to open a restaurant. They want to own their own business. They want to have a food truck. And so if you're familiar with the show Shark Tank, we have Shark Fest. So while you're a student at Johnson & Wales, you can use the resources of our Entrepreneurial Center to actually start to design your business plan while you're with us. And we compete, or the students compete, and the first prize is $5,000 to actually start their business while they're in college. I think second place is $2,500, and then the next 3 places are $1,000. So to actually jumpstart their career while they're still in school.
That's awesome. So thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for sharing. When you go to close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to check out the full sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. So thank you all. Bye now.